Testing, testing. Can you hear me, Pluto?
Loud and clear.
Fantastic. I'm gonna do testing, testing to the live stream.
All right.
Testing, testing. Can you hear me, Pluto?
Loud and clear.
Fantastic. I'm gonna do testing, testing to the live stream. All right. Agenda number one, 1.1, executive session. That's been done. May I have a motion to accept agenda 1.2?
So moved.
Any discussion?
No,
All
not
in
really.
favor? Aye. Um,
Aye.
motion passed 2-0. Nothing needs to be written down. Okay, so agenda number two. What? So what I'm gonna do is I'll be turning. I hope we want to turn everybody's attention to me. My name. We're just gonna briefly discuss about some things that we have done to better our community. Just 1 second. Okay, so agenda number 2.1 is President's Report. So I'm just going to be briefly discussing what are plans that we've been doing to improve the quality of life at Kevolution Hub. So first of all, I just want to give my warmest birthday wishes to our member of the community. Check your spam mail. This person is the owner of Stoneville, and I personally work in his server. He's a really wonderful owner to work with, and such an amazing person that is who cares about his community, but also my community. And we and the on behalf of the board of management, we wish him a warm, happy birthday. Pluto, would you like to say anything in regards to that?
Yeah. Happy birthday!
All right. Thank
All
you. I
right.
appreciate your ecstatic enthusiasm, enthusiastic message. We greatly appreciate that. I definitely needed that. So, yeah. Okay, so let's move on to just briefly discussing about video upload. So I plan on after my lacrosse season, which is like around May 14th, probably like after that or anywhere near that date, I'll be probably resuming video uploads. And we believe that now that I have slowly have more time to you know do things that I want to do, then we can probably resume uploading videos. In addition to, how we uh, upload videos, we encourage you all to, attend events that are located in our Kevolution Hub Discord server, and we encourage everybody to join. For those watching live and not in the server, we also encourage members who in this community to, really, you know, really, engage in the community. Thirdly, I want to discuss about the update regarding WGRP involvement in the community. Again, the board management have been working with the situation, and unfortunately, we can't. We want to avoid discussing confidential information to the public, just for the safety for everyone involved. But we want to assure the public that this is being actively handled, and we will assess the situation accordingly. And if there's any concerns, again, transparency our number one priority. We just can't discuss it in public. So for those who are concerned, you're more than welcome to DM me or Pluto. Unfortunately, the ticket system has not been set up yet, so we will try to work towards doing that. Um, Secondly, I mean, lastly, let's talk about the future of this community. So I envision this community to be somewhat simple. Again, most decision making is going to be in meetings like this, but also, simplify everything. I want this to be a hub where, friends can come and, just have a open conversations on various topics. And it's also a good opportunity to have some fun. Let's record some videos. And I intend this to be fun, nothing too stressful. And I encourage everyone to join. Actually, we have to go back to Agenda 1. We actually forgot to do Agenda 1.3. May I have a motion to accept Agenda 1.3?
So moved.
Any discussion?
Uh, no, no, not really.
Okay, just to clarify, what is the purpose of the agenda? This agenda is just to make sure that all board members agreed that the meeting that was performed were accurate and all the information within the documentation are accurate. If you understand what I mean, Pluto.
Yeah.
And we want to make sure these minutes are approved, just so we can count. The minutes that we spent in the meeting are counted. May I have a
Alrighty.
motion? All in favor?
I
Aye. Motion passed 2-0. Please write the result.
gotcha.
Just write the name, Weather Convolution, and Pluto Master. The names are up here. Okay. Agenda number 3.1. Right now we're up to agenda number 3, which is donations. Agenda 3.1, donations, subject donations, ticket bought white labeled. Type action, the recommended action as followed, whereas the following donations has been received. I'm not Brave's donation to ticket bought white labeled. The invite link will be provided by the user, whereas the management team appreciates the donation. Now, therefore, to be resolved that the board of management hereby accepts the donation as presented. May I have a motion to accept agenda 3.1?
So moved.
Any discussion?
Hold on, let me just read it real quickly. Uh, nope.
All in favor?
I
Motion passed 2-0. So Pluto's gonna be responsible for writing, the results. Okay, so this is actually gonna be a long agenda, so just please bear with me. I hope you bear with me, Pluto, with these extensive page. So it's actually 8 pages.
it's fine.
So okay, so agenda number 4, policies. Agenda 4.1, category policies, subject creation of policies, documentation, type action. The recommended action is that whereas the current information located in the information channel only covers the code of conduct of community members. So what we mean by code of conduct of community members, if we look at my screen, if you go information channel and look at rules and regulation, all these rules are only for a code of conduct. It doesn't really share information about like procedures, like, oh, are we going to be fair with the applicant? I mean, of course we're going to be fair, but are we, what are the board of meeting situation going to work? And we just want to make sure, again, transparency is our number one priority when it comes to running Discord server. And but also we want to have a balance between being serious but also having fun. So that's why we believe that having a policies document that outlines the expectations are reasonable. Therefore, the needed transparency of board management policies and our miscellaneous procedures shall be disclosed to the public. To be resolved that the board management approves the creation of policy handbook that includes all the procedures in addition to the existing code of conduct. May I have a motion to accept agenda 4.1?
So moved.
Any discussion?
So the new policies will be separate, right?
Yeah, so we will get to it. I hope. I mean, right now, it's a little confusing right now, but I hope you will get it soon. But these new policies, these new proposed policies, I don't know if you look through it, but all these new policies, it's gonna go under this documentation,
All
and
right.
there's gonna be tabs like separate board management policies, and then under its code of conduct. But the code of conduct, we're just gonna redirect them to the information channel,
Alrighty.
because that's literally the code of conduct right here.
Gotcha.
Any more discussion?
No.
All in favor?
I.
Aye. Motion passed 2-0. Agenda 4.2, category policies. Subject Board of Management governance. Type action, recommended action. Whereas the first section of the policy handbook will be the Board of Management governance. Whereas it is intended to inform the public of the basic procedure of the Board of Management governance. To be resolved that the Board of Management establishes a section of the policy handbook dedicating the overall of governance of the board. So again, with the policies handbook, we're gonna have a separate tab for board management governance and members code of conduct. And the members code of conduct is gonna be the copy of information channel. May I have a motion to accept agenda 4.2?
So moved.
Any discussion?
No, it looks pretty good.
All in favor?
I.
Aye. Motion passed 2-0. Let's move on to agenda 4.3. Category policies. Subject Board of Management governance meeting. So again, this is gonna be like a it's gonna be like a sub tab basically, or a subsection. Recommended action. All right, so please bear with me. It's gonna be a long reading. So the Board of Management has reviewed the following policy under the section of Board of Management governance for first reading. So I just want to define first reading. So first reading is a first time a proposed policy, rule, or change is officially introduced and shared with the board. It's not a finalized decision, rather it just gives a public a chance to comment. So after this live stream, I hope that members, again, we don't have anyone in the stage right now, but I hope that members can come, and we have a dedicated feedback channel. If you look in here, we actually have a dedicated feedback channel. So I want this to be an opportunity to people to speak up, share comments, and then the next time we meet, which is I would say like May 5th, 1 week from today, we finalize the policy for like a second reading, and we will make finalized decisions. This is just so this is like a first step towards policy. We will get to how policy is going to be established soon.
All right.
The following policy is meeting notices. Meetings will be scheduled 24 hours before they start. The preparation of agendas. Agendas are a list of topics to be discussed during the meeting. Any board members may write the agenda. Members of the community make the suggestions via a dedicated channel, which is a feedback channel. So if someone wants to talk about something, they're more than welcome to DM me, any trustees, or make a suggestion, and we will determine if that topic is appropriate to be discussed to the public. Special meetings are urgent sessions if for 24 hours prior notice can be met. So like today's special meeting, I didn't give a 24 hours prior notice, so that's why it's a special meeting. Video recording, all meetings are accessible to the public. All meetings that are accessible to the public will be recorded to the or live streamed. Depending the nature of the meeting, it may be recorded just so we can edit out potential confidential information. And then public comments. We want to establish the procedure regarding public comments. The Board of Management desires to hear from the community members who wishes to address the board. So for those who believe that the feedback channel isn't enough and they really want to engage in a conversation, I mean, not really conversation, but like have like a voice-to-voice dialogue. I mean, not dialogue, like voice-to-voice thing. They're more welcome to utilize this. The purpose of open time is to allow those above, to address the board on topics that may appear on the agenda. Again, generally speaking, up to 3 minutes will be granted to each speaker with the exceptions. The board president allows the extension of 2/3 votes. In addition, comments regarding individual personnel or members of the community will not be entertained. To be able to address the board, you will have to, direct message one of the attendee trustees, and state your intentions and topic that you are state your intentions or topics. May I have a motion to accept agenda 4.3?
So moved.
Any discussion?
Just give me a moment. Uh-huh. No, it all looks pretty good to me.
All in favor?
I
Aye. Motion passed 2-0. Okay, so before we get to 4.4, I want to take a break, if possible. So, may I have a motion to go in recess?
so moved.
Any discussion?
Uh, nah.
All in favor?
I
Aye. Okay, we'll be in recess. We will go back. I'm just going to take like a minute or two to get water, and we will resume with policy 4.4. Sounds good, Lino?
alrighty.
All right. We are in recess. All right. I'm back.
Hello.
We are back. I think we're up to 4.4, right?
Yeah.
Okay. May I have a motion to enter back to public session?
So moved.
Any discussion?
Mm, none from me, no.
All in favor? Aye.
I.
Motion passed 2-0. We're back to public session. Okay. Policy 4.4, category policies, subject Board of Management Governance, policy development. The Board of Management has reviewed the following policy under a section of Board of Management Governance for a first reading. Remember, first reading are not finalized. So policy development. It should be done in the best interest of the community. It ensures that it clearly defines the community goals and reflects on the community vision, and also includes the purpose and the possible outcome of it. All policy must go through a first reading, ensuring that the policy will be read through to the public, which is done before. After that, at the next meeting, the policy will go through a second read, and then we vote, and then we vote and we finalize the decision. The trustees would be responsible for implementing changes adopted by the board. So if we approve a new rule, the trustee will be responsible for writing the changes and updating the documentation, whether it's information channel or Google Docs. A copy of the board management policies shall be posted in an announcement channel informing the public and the proper documentation, which is the policy handbook, staff handbook, information channel, wherever it's changes. May I have a motion to accept agenda 4.4?
So moved.
Any discussion?
No, I really like it actually, so no.
All in favor?
I.
Aye. Motion passed 2-0. Oh my god, I really don't know how to put numbers. I'm gonna tell you that, Pluto. I'm
There's
terrible with
numbers.
numbers. I feel like I need to go back to algebra 1.
Huh.
Right means best? Nope, he left. All right. All right, let's resume. Policy 4.5. Agenda 4.5. Sorry. 1 second. Policy 4.5, category policies, subject Board of Management Governance, board operating procedures. Type action. Recommended action. The Board of Management has reviewed the following policy under the section of Board of Management Governance for first reading. Pluto, are you able to just read this out loud for me, the purple text, since I'm pretty tired? So if you could do that for me, and I'll do the motion voting.
All right. Recommended action. Introduction. The goal of this policy is to ensure transparency to the public and to establish expected protocols to engage in an optimal governance. Communications. Direct messages generally are allowed. Any users reaching out regarding moderation, however, should be redirected to our ticket system. Board meetings. During meetings, board members may not make comments regarding a member's message. Members who wish to address the board must wait for open time. Subsection. Board members may not comment on a member's speech from open time without permission from the president. Text channels. Board members may engage with members within text channels. For example, general, as long as no confidential information is leaked.
Thank you, Pluto. I appreciate your first read to this policy. With that being said, may I have a motion to accept agenda 4.5?
So moved.
Any discussion?
Mm, I say it's pretty good.
Pretty good.
So, yeah.
All right, anything else from you?
No, that'd probably be all.
Okay. And I just want to make this clear to the public, for those who are maybe watching live or looking back. Open time is a great opportunity to speak to board members, and we want to give an incentive by restricting board members from making comments. For those who chooses to speak during open time, regardless if they're right or wrong, as board members, as trustees, we're responsible for listening to the community, and I believe that it's unprofessional that we comment and, you know, make respond in a heated moment rather than listen. We investigate and we respond at a later time. Do you agree with me, Pluto?
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, we just want to make sure we just maintain professional environment. Again, I know we want to have fun, but also when having fun, we don't chase people out of the server. That's why we established this policy. It's not meant to, um, you know, make it pain in the butt. All in favor?
I.
Motion pass. Motion pass 2-0. All right. Welcoming best. Let's move on to agenda 4.6. Category policies, subject Board of Management governance, donation, type action. The Board of Management has reviewed the following policy under the section of Board of Management governance for first reading. I'm actually, since Pluto has worked extremely hard on reading the documentation, I'm actually going to read by myself. The Board of Management has reviewed the following policies under the section of Board Management Governance for first reading. The Board of Management greatly appreciates the generosity of the community for donating and contributing to the community through various means, including server boosting, purchasing items of the Roblox group, buying premium features for bots used by the board. And we actually had a member back in agenda number 3. The username is I'm not Brave Race. He graciously wanted to donate a ticket bot white labeled, and again, the board of management has again greatly appreciate the donation, and we will hereby accept the donations as presented. However, we want to make sure and I think it's really important that we set limits on donations, and we want to maintain the security of this community. The board has established the following guidelines regarding donations. 1. Donations requiring granting user administrative permission or otherwise putting the community in jeopardy are strictly prohibited. Secondly, any donations involving the purchase of premium features, third-party services, or otherwise considered questionable must receive President's approval and be subject to board discussion. May I have a motion to accept Agenda 4.6?
So moved.
Any discussion?
Uh. No. I really like how there's like regulations to it on
Mm-hmm.
to basically set the line on what is allowed and what isn't allowed, and that's very good because it's going to prevent people from kind of like um what's the correct word, for lack of a better terms, trying to like basically like I can't really think of a word, but basically the general idea is to prevent people from like trying to, for example, on regulation 1, where anything that requires administrative permissions is strictly prohibited. That's very good because it's in place to prevent unauthorized things from happening. And then the second one, where certain things that may be considered questionable require the president's approval, is also pretty good because it adds a second like safeguard. So overall, I think it's pretty good.
I remember when I owned another server. There are members who wanted to invite a specific bot because it helps the community. Like they wanted to invite a premium bot using a questionable link, and good thing I trusted my gut and I declined the offer because again, you never know, these links can be pretty fishy. If I'm being quite honest, sometimes links are not very safe at times, and also inviting bots that you're not familiar with and have administrative permission. That's just basically asking you want to be rated. If you agree with me, Pluto. Um,
Exactly.
so and again, I mean, like if any HR just say, "Oh, yay, free bots," I'm gonna accept it without the owner knowing, then I'm gonna be pissed off. So
Yeah.
and
As
memes best knows how pissed off I get when people screw up my server, right? Memes best. Yep, he said yes.
as someone who is I have no moderation background. In
Mm-hmm.
fact, before all this, I did technology and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So from that experience, I can tell you and basically confirm your suspicion that yeah, if you basically just accept bots all willy nilly with no like proper checking, then there's a chance that you're probably going to get raided.
Yep. You want to get to the voting, Pluto?
Sure.
All in favor?
I
Aye. Motion passed 2-0. Okay. All right. Finally, this is our final policy. Before we get to agenda number 5. Policy 4 point. I mean, agenda 4.7, not policy. Agenda 4.7 category policy subject Board of Management governance. Everyone pings restriction, type action, recommended action. The Board of Management has reviewed the following policy under the section of Board of Management governance for first reading. Everyone pings can be only done by the members of the board and with permission from the president. Generally speaking, everyone's pings should be done once per few days. May I have a motion to accept agenda 4.7?
so moved.
Any discussion?
Um, I, I really like this policy specifically because I'm just gonna be blunt here. If you do at everyone pings like more than like once a day or like once every 3 days, it's gonna be really annoying.
And people will
So
take pings less seriously if we keep
yeah,
like abusing it.
yeah. If we abuse the ping, people will either start ignoring it or they'll flat out just leave.
Yeah.
Cause I can give an anecdote where one time in a server there was this one bot that, oh my god, I swear to god, wait, hold on, dude. Every day it would ping everyone like 28 times and like not even 2 days later I left.
Yeah, that's not good. Let me tell you. I mean, if I know our member of the community, such as Memes Best, um, again, they would prefer, a server that has minimal pings and, an enjoyable environment where, yes, again, pings are fine at most, but it should be used as like an occasion. It's not something that's like a daily basis, and and we want to keep the purpose of everyone ping, which is get everyone's attention.
Exactly.
And most likely, everyone pings will be only used for board meetings. With
Yeah.
certain exceptions, like small meetings like that, we don't need everyone pings, because by the end of the day, this live stream is open to the public, and everyone's more than welcome to rewatch it. So I think sometimes pings are not necessary. You want to get to the voting?
Sure.
All in favor? Aye.
I
Motion passed 2-0. Finally, we finally finished agenda number 4. Let's get to agenda 5.1, operations. Agenda 5, operations. Category operations. Subject image permission removal at general chat. Um, type action. The recommended actions shows that whereas the image permission was granted to all members of the community at the time that the server was archived, from to 2025, to what was the date that the server reopened? I mean,
good
technically it's
question.
yesterday. Technically it's yesterday, if you think about it.
Yeah, we could just put the date of that or like put present.
Yeah, technically it's yesterday because the board unanimously voted on this. So,
Yeah.
whereas the board of management has oh, I said right here unanimously reopened the community yesterday. Therefore, to be resolved, the Board of Management approves and agrees to reinstate the booster perks and revoke the free image permissions in general. And also, we want to specify also removing free booster perks for non-boosters. Just want to clarify that. May I have a motion to accept Agenda 5.1?
So moved.
Any discussion?
Um, we're still going to have those like um we're still going to occasionally do the things where like we reward everyone with like a perk for a set amount of
Oh,
time,
I
right?
remember. I remember. It's like I remember back in October said, "Oh, happy October! Everybody gets a free image perms for a few days." I mean, we can do
Yeah.
that, but I don't want to keep doing it. Otherwise, we want to give booster. We want to give people who boost an incentive, to boost. So I'll probably say
Mm.
like special holidays. Like, oh, happy 4th of July. Um, Here's a free image perms, or happy AP exams. That would be fun. That would be funny though. Happy AP World History exam. As a reward for your hard work, or you possibly get a 2 out of 5. We would give everybody a free image perm for good luck.
Oh my god.
That would be funny though. That would be funny. That would be
Yeah.
funny. Uh, uh,
I see it though.
do you
I
do you
see the
know?
vision.
Do you have the date for the AP World History exam?
World history exam.
AP World History exam.
I don't actually. I have the one for the US history though, but I forgot it.
Oh yeah, remember the video that I had someone got kicked out of someone like fell playing testing and got kicked out a push. I mean, yeah, you might have to watch my videos. Not West Point memes best. Um
Mm.
all right. AP World History. Um oh, May 8th. Good luck to
Huh.
those who are good luck to those who are taking the AP World History. Um, Currently, I'm taking AP Lacrosse. I don't take AP classes, unfortunately, but please give me. Okay, we gotta go back to topic, guys. I'm so sorry. We gotta go back to topic. All right. Any discussion? I mean, I'm already done discussion.
Uh,
All in favor?
yeah. I.
Aye. Motion passed 2-0. Okay. Okay, let's get to agenda 5.2, category operations, subject implementation of security bot, type action. Pluto, do you want to read this for me? And then I'll do the motion.
All right. Type action. That recommended action. Whereas it is necessary to maintain the integrity and security of the community, therefore, to be resolved, the board of management approves the use of a security bot in the community.
Okay, thank you. May I have a motion to accept agenda 5.2?
So moved.
Any discussion?
Um. So, what exactly is the security bot going to
Just to
do?
make sure, trustees aren't going to like suddenly nuke the server, right? I mean, I haven't fully decided on what specifically the bot we're gonna use. That's why I generalize it, just so I'm not making too much promises. Generally
Hmm.
speaking, we're gonna try to get a bot that prevents, trustees or anyone that could misuse permissions and like delete all channels, and that's what we're trying to do here. Again,
All
we
right.
may revoke it. Again, I want this agenda to be into conversation, so just so everybody knows the expectation for how we're going to maintain security. Again, like just to speaking to the public, and Pluto and I, we actually discussed again the again, servers can easily get nuked when there's not, or like raided without proper security and safety precautions. So again, I think it's just best that we implement some security things that help benefit the community. Anything else, Pluto?
Oh,
All right, you want to get to the voting?
sure.
All in favor?
I
Aye. Motion passed 2-0. Okay, let's get to agenda number 6, which is open time. Just want to if Pluto, you want to read this or you want me to read this?
the description, right?
Yeah, just description.
Perfect. All right. Procedural rules for addressing the Board of Management. The Board of Management desires to hear from community members who wish to address the board. The purpose of open time is to allow those above to address the board on topics that may appear on the agenda. Generally, up to 3 minutes will be granted to each speaker. However, there may be some exceptions. For example, the board president may allow for an extension with a two-thirds vote. In addition, comments regarding individual personnel or members of the community will not be tolerated. To be able to address the board, please direct message one of the attending trustees and state your intentions or topic you are talking about. Reminder, the meeting is live streamed slash broadcasted on YouTube, so don't do anything dumb.
Yeah, again, anyone who wants to adjust to the board, means best you want to adjust to the board. Do you have any questions for us, means best? You can actually just type just ask your question. No questions. All right. All right. May I have a motion to move on to agenda number 7? Just voiding this agenda since nobody wants to adjust to the board.
So moved.
Any discussion?
Uh, no, not really.
All in favor? Aye.
I
Motion passed 2-0. All right. Agenda number 7, which is board discussion. Blue, do you have anything to say? Anything?
anything.
Yes, like literally anything. It doesn't have to be agenda. It could be yes agenda, or could be nothing from the agenda.
Hmm. Ooh. Huh.
While you think, I'll talk first if that's okay with you.
Yeah, it's fine.
Again, thank you guys, whoever came, means best. We appreciate you coming and listening to us. Again, I know you have, I know that you have some studies with APs, AP Computer Science, AP World History, and again, we acknowledge that, your studies, and we appreciate you taking the time out to come listen to us. Even though this may sound pointless, but again, we want to make sure that we generally care for the community. Um, I just want to I just want to once again reiterate regarding WGVRP. Again, we are working diligently just to make sure that we separate the WGVRP issues and Kevolution Hub. We want to make sure we draw a line between these two servers. Again, there has been a notion where our community was developed and designed to shut down the other communities. And again, I just want to clarify that our community has no affiliation with WGVRP. I have no affiliation with WANI. I have no affiliation with the Granny Greenville Roleplay, um, the server community and the functionality, the logistics, and the WGVRP high-ranking members. We have no affiliation. We don't plan on um, contacting them in regards about our community. And rest assured, if you have any questions, comments, statements regarding to that, we ask that the public moving forward that we move these type of conversations in DMs, because there has been some notion that conversation regarding that community in general has created some conflicts, if Pluto understands and the member of the community understands what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Pluto, do you have anything to say? Anything?
I'm probably gonna eat a tuna salad later.
All right, that's wonderful.
Yeah,
Yeah. I hope. You want
that's
to
it
move?
really.
Is there anything else before we move on to agenda number 8, which is on the adjournment of the meeting?
Nope.
All right, let's get to agenda number 8, which is the um, adjournment, category adjournment, subject adjourn the meeting, type action, recommended action, motion to adjourn the meeting. May I have a motion to accept agenda 8?
So moved.
Any discussion? Any discussion?
Nope.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion passed 2-0. This meeting is now adjourned. Thank you guys for coming. We appreciate you, and we hope to see you on May 5th meeting. I'm assuming May 5th is next Saturday, right? Pluto.
All right.
May 5th is. I'm just asking you. I just want to make sure I'm getting the date right because again I can't count. So, is May 5th on a Saturday or Sunday?
May 5th is a Monday.
Monday. Oh, I really can't count. All right, so it's gonna be May 3rd probably. May
All
3rd.
right.
All right, thank you guys for coming. We hope this meeting is productive and this meeting is adjourned. Have a good day, guys.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye.